Hi everybody, it is Monday, July 19th, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a weekly vlog here, taking you along with me this week. There's some different things happening with the anniversary sale, and I thought it would be fun to show you everything. So first of all, today I'm working on a few things. Right now, I'm getting anything that's totally sold out restocked. I have everything printed right now. I just need to get it cut. And then I was really hoping I'd be able to do more kind of like preemptive restocking and get things back in stock that are low stock right now, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that today because I have a ton of mystery kits to make. Mystery kits were on sale this past weekend and you all blew me away with how many you ordered. And I'm so happy because this is a great mystery kit and I don't think you are gonna regret ordering it at all. So I'm glad that a lot of people will be able to get and enjoy it because it is definitely a good one. This month I went ahead and pre-made some sheets for the mystery kit, so I do have a pile of sheets already made, but it's not enough. So today I need to focus on, after I do the restocks, I need to focus on getting the mystery kits all made because I want to be able to get those sent out sooner rather than later. And I need to focus on Tuesday and Wednesday during the sale. I will need to focus on getting things restocked that have sold out so people can order them if they want to. So I really need to get the mystery kits worked on today. The other big thing for today is also making more grab bags. Grab bags were buy one get one free this weekend. Again, you all blew me away with how many grab bags you ordered. They sold out within the first 3 hours, which I was not expecting based on the numbers from the last time I did this. And when they sold out, I didn't have time then to make more, so I decided to go ahead and restock, and knowing that I have enough to make that many more grab bags, so now I actually have to go make the number that I said I had restocked, and that shouldn't take too long. Well, the overstock ones are really fast to make. The oops ones take a little bit longer, so that'll take a little bit of time today, but it won't be too bad. But I should do that before Danielle comes today because I'll take up the room downstairs that she needs. Yeah, and I guess so last week felt a little behind all week because Catherine was on vacation and I was just had Danielle. We had a lot of orders last week, so we were pretty busy with that. The other thing I really do need to focus on is getting Catherine and Danielle trained on printing and the new cutter. I started getting Danielle trained on that last week, just kind of showing her what I was doing and what problems came up as I went through things, but she wasn't actually doing the work. So that's going to be the thing that I have to balance over the next week or two. Is on the one hand, we'll have a lot of orders from the sale that we have to fill, but also I really need to get them well trained before we get, before school starts. And I've got one other person who should be starting, hopefully she'll be able to start next week, and then somebody else who I'm hoping will call me, so I can talk to him and he could get started for me too. So trying to get things staffed up. It's a 1 month from today before classes start, so I'm really feeling the need to make sure that I get all of these hours that I've been working this summer. I need to get pushed off onto other people so that I have time to focus on other things come fall. So yeah, I'll take you along today. It's going to be a lot of cutting, making some grab bags, making some mystery kits, and getting things restocked. Because I guess that's the other thing too, is I have a huge pile of stuff because we were behind last week and Danielle was pretty much just filling orders the whole time she was here. There's a lot of stuff that is printed and cut, but just needs to be gone through and counted and the inventory updated. And I want to make sure that gets done before the sale. So, I have maybe 5 or 6 orders that came in on Friday after we finished filling orders. So I'll get those filled today so Danielle can just focus on getting stuff stocked so we have as much inventory as possible for the sale. And then tomorrow we'll start filling the orders from the weekend. I have finished making the grab bags and here are all of them. So this includes the ones that were made before and what I just made now. It is a lot of grab bags and it really is win-win though. I am so glad to get this all off my hands, and I have several boxes that are now empty that had oops and overstock in them before, and you all get a great deal on some stuff, so it really works out well. So I'm working now on getting the mystery kits cut, and then I'll be able to start bundling those up so we can start sending out the orders from this weekend tomorrow. morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 20th, and it is sale day. I am really excited. It is about 8:15 right now, and there's one thing that sold out at the end of the day yesterday, so I'm working on getting that stocked right now. I did stay up a little bit late last night because we had this big pile of stickers that just needed to be gone through and counted and put in inventory still, and with having just Danielle here last week and the beginning of this week, we just didn't have time to get to it. So I did stay up a little bit late working on that just because we had this huge pile of stickers that could be in inventory that weren't. And I think I'm excited about the sale. Sales are always fun. There's so much energy, but I'm also a little bit nervous because this is my first ready to ship sale and I have no idea what's gonna sell out, how much is gonna sell out, how fast it's gonna sell out, and I want to make sure that you all can get what you want, and I just have no idea what that looks like. And it's gonna be something new, and I hope it goes okay. I hope you can all get what you want, but it's a little bit nerve-wracking on my end. So today is going to be, I'll be on standby to restock stuff. I'll be watching that throughout the day and getting as much stuff restocked as possible. I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff that sells out, but there'll be a lot of stuff that isn't super important to get restocked. There's a lot of stuff that there's like one or two in stock right now that doesn't sell very much, so probably you know, one person will be happy to get that, but I'll be standing by to get stuff restocked. And then also I will be bundling up mystery kits and we'll be getting out orders from the weekend. So I'll see. I guess maybe I'll start on orders this morning and then Danielle can do more when she gets here. Actually, it's kind of weird. It's been, I don't know, a month now since I've actually filled any orders, so that's a little bit weird. We have a ton of open orders right now, so we need to get on those because we're gonna get a ton more orders today. So the sale is live and things went pretty well. There weren't many hiccups. The only tiny thing was that I had the sale scheduled on Shopify, or I thought I did, but it had brought up an error message. And so, but fortunately I checked to make sure that the discount showed up and I caught it before anybody had placed an order, so that was good. But yeah, it seems like there's always a little bit of something, you know, where I'm trying to like at the same time make sure that like everything is up on social media and also the sale is going live on both sites, but it all worked out well and orders are coming in. There are a few things that are already sold out, so I'm gonna be working on getting those things restocked, and then I think I also need to work on filling some orders as well. All right, sorry there's cutting noise in the background here, but I realized I've never shown you how I fill orders. So these are the few orders that had come in on Friday before the sale started, so I'm gonna do this batch and then I'll get started on the weekend orders. And I've got a sticker here to cover up the customer information, but I've started using ShipStation this summer, which is really nice because that lets me combine my orders from Etsy and Shopify, and I can sort them all together in the order they came in, so I can do the oldest first on both platforms at the same time. So we print the shipping labels, or the packing slips, we print them 2 per page and then cut them up and staple them and put them together. So yeah, when I fill an order, first of all, we go through and look and make sure look at the quantities. If the quantity is more than one, we circle it, and then go and find all the items and we check them off as we go. And yeah, so this is kind of the station for shipping is right here. So we've got everything that we need. So there's regular freebies up here and PR freebies are here. Business cards are in there too. We've got mailers here. The cello bags are in here. So we've got everything, and then the scale for weighing orders and the paper cutter for cutting up the packing slips. So everything that we need is right here. And then yeah, inventory is over here. And then also, actually I'm not sure that I've shown this, but I've got more inventory over here. And yeah, that's our little shipping setup. So we go ahead and gather all the items, pack up the orders, and then we do weigh all of them and ship them. Here are all the orders that Danielle has filled, and These are all from the weekend with the mystery kits and the grab bags, so we got a ton of orders that are on their way to you now. Hey everyone, so it is Tuesday evening, the end of day 1 of the sale, and things went really well. It was a super busy day though. I am still wearing my workout clothes and never got my workout in. I was going to after I posted the sale, and then a couple things sold out right away, and then it was just a busy day from there. But I've almost closed my rings on my Apple Watch because I was just running up and down the stairs so much doing things. So it was a busy day, but a really productive one. And I just got so busy that I didn't get a lot of footage of things, but we were able to get the mystery kits, go through all those, and get the mystery kits bundled up. And I was able to restock a bunch of things, and Danielle filled 60 orders this afternoon, which was amazing. They were the orders from the weekend with the grab bags and mystery kits, so they're pretty fast and easy to fill because there are fewer items in most of the orders, but still, that was amazing to get that many orders out. So that's a good chunk of, I think that's about half of the orders from the weekend. So that's really good progress. And overall too, I was pleased with, and sorry, I'm printing in the background. Overall, I was really pleased with, in terms of stuff selling out. Stuff definitely sold out today, and I still probably have about 20 things out of stock, but I was worried that I would have like 200 things out of stock. So it's really not as bad as I would have expected, and I was able to get a lot of stuff restocked as we went today. I've got a lot more stuff printed that I'm gonna get cut tomorrow and restocked, so I'll put out a call on Instagram to see if there's specific stuff that people are looking for. I can make sure that I get that back in stock tomorrow so they can pick that up. So I feel good that people were able to get what they wanted, because it was only a few things that were out of stock in the first few minutes. So a lot of the stuff, and especially a lot of the more recent stuff, didn't sell out until later in the afternoon. So I think if you really wanted something, you were able to get it. So that made me feel really good. And as always, whenever I have a sale, I'm just blown away by the support I get. I'll be talking more about this later this week, but especially just, I don't know, it's kind of confirmation too about the direction my business is going, because especially as I'm making decisions about hiring more people, I feel like I need to know that I can count on a certain level of revenue, and I was feeling kind of overwhelmed about about how I was going to balance everything when school starts, but I'm going to be making some more hires, and they're really going to help a lot and take a lot of the burden off me. So it's just a matter of kind of, for the next few weeks, really being able to work with them and get them well trained so that when school starts, I can focus on my full-time job and then the creative fun stuff for Fern Creek, and I can have a great team who is doing a lot of the other work. And you know, when I have a really successful sale like this, I know that I have a lot of people who support me, and I feel good being able to like commit to that amount of money in my payroll. So yeah, things went really well today. It was a busy day, but now I'm going to, I had dinner, and Brian and I have become those people who do jigsaw puzzles all the time during the pandemic. So we worked on a jigsaw puzzle a little bit, and now I think I'm gonna read and play a video game for a little bit and relax after a long day. And the sale will keep going tomorrow, but when I have sales over more than one day, the majority of the orders come in the first day. So I'll still get orders tomorrow, but it won't be as many. So I'll keep working on restocking stuff, but I won't be feeling quite as frantic as I was today. Hi everybody, it's Wednesday morning, and I just got a haircut, which I hadn't had a haircut in a year, so it was very overdue. And I am here because I have exciting news, which is that July is officially now my best month ever in terms of revenue for Fern Creek stickers. And that's crazy because there is still 10 days left in July. So until now, last November with Black Friday and everything, that was my best month, and I have surpassed that this morning in terms of revenue. And to me, it's just amazing because I'm so grateful to all of you for sticking with me. That I know this year's been a little bit weird, that I was closing my shop essentially for a few months and then getting things reopened. And so the fact that I'm able to get my business back to, obviously not every month is gonna be like this because I just had a big sale and a big event with the grab bag. So not every month's gonna be like this, but I just can't believe that I was able to get back to this point so quickly. And I am so grateful for all of you and for sticking with me. And I guess maybe I haven't officially said this, but I'm not gonna have to go back to the pre-sales. I'm getting enough staff set up that I'll be able to keep running Fern Creek like I have been going forward during the school year. But yeah, I was really, really excited to see those numbers this morning. Hi everyone, it is Thursday morning now, and I realized I never checked back in with you all yesterday. So yeah, today I need to be way better at taking you along with me. I feel like I've just been coming and talking to you and not showing you a lot of the action. But Today is Thursday, and so the sale ended yesterday, and the second day of the sale was good too. Whenever I have a sale over multiple days, the first day is always the biggest one, which makes sense, and especially with being ready to ship now, if people really wanted things, they wanted to buy early. So, but still got a good number of orders in yesterday, and yeah, I'm really close now to hitting a big monthly revenue goal, which with the amount of time left in July, I think I will definitely meet that goal. And having a really good month like this is also good. I think one thing I've talked about some is investing back in my business, and that's kind of, I'm in a little bit of a phase right now to be doing that because I really want to get a second F mark. This one has been amazing and has made such a big difference, but the one downside is you can only cut one thing at a time. Like if I was on the silhouettes, I could be cutting 6 different things on 6 different machines. And this is still way more efficient. We are producing so many more stickers a day with way less labor than with the silhouettes. So it's definitely been good, but I feel like I've felt like I have to be running it kind of like anytime that I'm awake, I have to be running it. And that's usually not so bad because I can set it up with a long job and then like go hang out with Brian for 2 hours and it'll keep cutting. But I just feel like I've always had to have it running, and so I think having a second one would really help, and especially because this morning I am interviewing someone for a full-time position. And if I could have 2 of these running the 8 hours a day that he's here, that would be, that would be amazing. We would make so many stickers, and then that would really free me up on evenings and weekends to be able to relax and do the creative parts of the business and not feel like I'm having to make stickers all the time. So anyway, that's a long rant, but like, anyway, having a really successful sale, a really successful month, this is again where I'm at an advantage of, this is essentially, Fern Creek is a third income for our family. And so obviously it's good to make money from it. I put a lot of hard work into this, and especially as we've been building our house, the income from Fern Creek has been really helpful and has let us make some decisions. Like we wanted to get a better air conditioner, and long term it pays for itself, but you still have to pay that extra cost up front. Sorry, I'm knocking the table here. But you have to pay for that extra cost up front to get the more efficient air conditioner, and stuff like having the extra income from Fern Creek made it easy to make some decisions like that. So obviously the income is valuable, but at the same time, I want to invest in my business so that it frees up my time and that I can sustainably run this long term in addition to my full-time job. So being able to invest in another F mark would be great. And the other thing too is, as I'm taking on more employees and committing to pay them for more hours, I also want to keep more cash in reserve than I have been, because right now I haven't been keeping very much. It's like, I set aside, I mean, obviously you need to set aside money because there are going to be bad weeks, and I need to set aside money like for quarterly taxes, but I want to make sure I'm keeping a few weeks of payroll on hand as well, because there are low weeks. It always balances out. You'll have a really low week and then a couple really good weeks, but I want to make sure I'm keeping enough cash on hand. So yeah, again, having a really good month like this is helpful for me to be able to invest in my business and be able to really move it in the direction that I've been wanting to. And again, if I needed to support my family with this, I wouldn't be able to make those choices, and it would still be a really, obviously it would be a great month for me if this was income that I was counting on. But I think that's a little bit of the freedom that I have with my business, is I can make some of these decisions to invest back in the business more than if I needed this income. Yeah, so anyway, so this morning I am going to be interviewing someone for a full-time position. We've already talked on the phone, and I think it's pretty much settled, but we wanted to meet each other in person and I can show him the business. And the thing that's kind of wild too is he actually has relevant job experience, which is amazing, and not something that I thought that I would find. So yeah, so he has experience working in a print shop, so he definitely knows a lot already about printing and paper, and he's an artist, so he has a really good eye for detail, and I think that he will be a great fit. So I'm looking forward to meeting him and showing him around. And then I'm actually the only one working today. Catherine and Danielle are both off for various reasons, and Caitlin, who's the third part-time employee who will be starting, is starting tomorrow. So it's gonna be just me. I'm still working on restocking. Again, I'm pretty pleased that my inventory isn't just decimated after the sale. We had pretty good stock to start with. There's still things out of stock, and I'll be working on getting those back in stock but I'm also today I need to turn back to making sure I'm working on the October release, so I'll be doing that as well. So at this point now, it'll be a few days probably before I get everything back in stock, but I'm working on prioritizing a few of the September kits. Some pieces of those sold out at the end of the day yesterday, so since that's the newest stuff, that's the highest priority to get back in stock, and like a plum paper March kit is not as high of a priority right now. So yeah, by early next week, hopefully I'll have everything back in stock. So yeah, cutting October, cutting restocks, and then I also need to finish filling the orders from the weekend so that we can move on to the sale orders. And I think I pulled the batch already. I think there's still 39 orders from the weekend to fill, so I will be working on those later. And yeah, so cutting, filling orders, that's kind of what I'm up to today. So I met with Grant, and he is going to join the Fern Creek team, which is awesome. He won't be working quite full-time to start with at least, but he'll be working about 30 hours a week. So that is going to be huge for helping me out. And he will be the one he'll be doing a lot of the things that I've been doing now. For example, he'll be doing all of your custom orders for you, which is something that I've been doing up until now. So he'll be taking over a lot of things. He can't start for 2 weeks until he works out his notice at his current job, which is totally understandable. It'll make things a little bit tight. Classes start for me 3 weeks from Monday, so it'll be a little bit tight. I will probably, like the first week that classes start will probably be pretty busy because I'll probably be getting him up to speed still at that point, but that's okay. I can make it work. 1 or 2 crazy weeks at the start of the semester is definitely worth it to get things offloaded. So yeah, so I met with him this morning. I've been doing printing and cutting. I've been working on a little bit of designing, and before too long I'll be moving to filling orders. So I'll show you a little bit of printing and cutting, but nothing too exciting. It's a pretty quiet morning over here at Fern Creek headquarters. So here are all the orders from the weekend filled, or not all, these aren't all of them, these are the ones that were left. The final batch, which is great. I'm actually going to turn you around to talk about a few things. So the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is that there are 2 mystery kits left. And I thought I had counted exactly and made the exact number. So I'm a little bit worried that there are 2 people who don't have them in their orders, and we've filled them over a few days. It's been a few of us filling these orders, so I'm not quite sure what went wrong. I really don't like when people's orders get messed up. There have definitely been more messed up orders recently since I've had my employees filling orders, and that, like, it totally makes sense, and they're still learning, and fortunately most of the mistakes have kind of followed a pattern, so I've been able to give good feedback about what to fix and what to make sure they're doing. They haven't been random mistakes, so that's been good. I have realized, and I make mistakes filling orders too, so it's not just them, but there's been more than normal since they started doing it. Still not too high, but again, that's just where I need to, as a manager, I need to make sure that I'm giving feedback to them. I've realized that in our order filling system, there's a way to mark who filled the orders, so we're gonna start doing that. And that's good because it lets me give more targeted feedback, like from a manager perspective. So I'll be able to see who filled orders, so when I get feedback that there was a messed up order, I will know who did it, and that way I can give the specific feedback to that employee. I'm gonna go ahead and get the shipping labels made for these, and then there are a few orders that I'm not sure how many, but there's a few orders that came in on Monday, like in between the 2 sale events. So I want to go ahead and get those filled, because then that means tomorrow we can get started on filling the sale orders, which will be great, and there are a lot of those to fill. Here are all the orders that I filled today. So it's much later now, but you can see I got a lot of orders filled. I did about 50 orders today, and even though I didn't have anyone helping me, today was actually really productive. I got a lot of stuff cut for the October release, and I also managed to get down to only 11 things that are out of stock, which to me, being one day after the sale, that feels really good. I was worried that I would have like 200 things that needed to be restocked. So I should be able to get everything back in stock tomorrow. And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things that are like low stock that wouldn't be normally, so I'm sure we'll be busier with restocks. I'm sure we'll be busier than normal with restocks for the next few weeks, but it really, all things considered, isn't too bad. So it makes me pretty happy about where I had inventory beforehand. So I'm feeling really good right now, and especially in the past, sales have been just a lot of work for me, and we do have a lot of open orders. I think there's more open orders right now. Well, before today, there were more open orders than I'd ever had before, and well, actually still there's more than I've ever had before, but it was even higher this morning. But I don't think the orders are gonna be that bad, because again, I probably won't be filling any of the sale orders. That'll be up to my staff. So that is amazing, and especially since everything going in those orders is already made, that also makes our lives a lot easier. Whereas in the past, there were still a lot of things I was having to make to fill the orders, and it wasn't super efficient. So that is what I have been up to today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. It's Friday morning, and I need to go to campus for a meeting, but again, the great thing about this new machine is I can get it set up with a job, and it can keep cutting while I'm gone. So you can see I've got a pretty good stack of sheets in here, and I've learned now to save the really long jobs for when I'm going to be away, and this should, as long as the machine doesn't mess up during the run, this whole stack should get cut while I am at work. One other thing that I can show you is my new system for supplies, because I have now a few times, or I guess in the last week, we almost ran out of mailers and we almost ran out of business cards, and I did run out of legal size sticker paper, and this is because I'm not the only one doing this stuff anymore. So Brian has been wanting me to implement, he works in manufacturing, and so he's been wanting me to implement like a Kanban system for a while. So what I've got here, I got a new shipment of business cards, so I numbered the boxes. So you pull them out in the order that they're numbered. And then when you get to box 7, you just rip the top off, put it in my inbox, and then I'll know to order more business cards. So I'm gonna start doing this with all of our supplies and see how it works. But this way, hopefully, even with a bunch of people working on stuff, we won't run out of supplies, and I'll know when to order stuff in time.